Always, YouTube. I hope you guys are good. Welcome back to another video, gents. Yeah, in this video, gents, we're just gonna be doing a live of a forex trader, man. We're just gonna be going through what's been happening throughout the week. We're just gonna be going through the trades that we took this week. We're just gonna be talking about forex, talking about the markets, and yeah, man. I just missed a trade on US oil, which is crude oil, gents. I saw a very nice buy, but then unfortunately it didn't come back to the order block. I'll also give you guys the screenshot that I really wanted to enter this, but then unfortunately my entry was missed with just few inches. But then yeah, I mean, it's part of the game. It happens a lot. I'm not even surprised. But then yeah, it could have been a very nice trade. We could be running over. Let me just check if this trade was triggered over 5%, over almost 6%, looking really good. But then yeah, man, it's part of the game. Obviously, I'm currently involved in Euro JPY. This was sent to the team, by the way. This was sent to the team. Look, running in good profits. Very massive profits on Euro JPY. As you guys can see that. Just want to go through what was happening in my mind when I took this trade. Let's just go to H1 time frame. Almost hit my TP, but then I believe this will push back down to my TP. I will also put the screenshot to show you guys that I'm actually in this trade. Somewhere around somewhere around here, you guys, the screenshot will pop on your screen. So yeah, man, my thinking process on this one, gents, as you guys can see, we changed character here. Price was moving to the upside. We changed character, gave us a very nice falcon pattern. And then obviously this was our order block. I entered before price could get to that OB, because I knew that sometimes price doesn't really go to order blocks. I was able to catch this one somewhere around here, sniper entry. Obviously I was looking to put my stop loss up there. Didn't really have get a chance to put my stop loss, but then price started pushing to the downside, pushed back in. As you guys can see, the reason why price pushed back in, it was because if you can check, this is a nice break of structure. We had this nice order block up here. Obviously this was gonna be a very nice OB, and then price completely took off after that. So I was not surprised to see price pushing back. I was really prepared for that, because I knew that we had this nice order block up here, and then price completely took off after that. So this was a very nice trade. So yeah, man, I also took this one, also put the screenshot for you guys so that you guys can see. I caught it literally there, and then currently running in good profits. With my take profit, man, the reason why I was targeting this area, it is because we broke structure here to the upside. We're having a nice order block somewhere around those areas, and then that's the reason why my take profit is literally there. But then as you guys can see, we're running in good profits. Very good trade. This week I was also looking at I'll also show you guys, I was backtesting NASDAQ. Yeah, man, I will also explain what's been happening on NASDAQ, and then what should have what I should have caught a very nice trades on NASDAQ throughout the journey, throughout the down movement that is happening currently on NASDAQ. Could have really took advantage of that. So yeah, unfortunately, I didn't really capitalize on that because I was not focusing a lot on NASDAQ. So yeah, I'm back at US oil. So I just want to give you guys the reason why I wanted to take this trade, and then what I'm looking for in the future on this one. So yeah, just as we have discussed last week, we had this nice setup from last week, which we could have had a nice interest from there. We could be in massive profits as we speak. So yeah, gents, for those who were able to take this one, congrats. So yeah, man, what I was looking at, it is this nice, we broke structure here, right? After breaking structure, we identified our point of interest. Price went back to that OB and started pushing off. So it gave us this nice falcon pattern, wiped out the liquidity. This was the perfect trade. But then as you guys can see, internal structure, this was a clear uptrend. As you guys can see, this was the last low. We took it out, so we changed character. After changing character, we started identifying our order block. So this is what we expect. We expect price to push back to this order block, and then we're still gonna look for those nice selling opportunities on this one. It's looking really good, gents. We're looking really good. We will most probably get a nice pattern, maybe something like this. um Most probably something like this. We're not saying this is a final pattern. Pattern can even evolve to something better, but then for now, this is what I see. This is what I see for now. So I wouldn't be surprised to see price pushing up from here. That's the reason why I was looking for this buy, by the way. So I wouldn't be surprised to see price going up, mitigate the order block, give us the nice, because we already have first, second, we're anticipating the third touch, and then the mitigation of the order block. Then we're gonna be taking this to the downside, gents. This is looking really good for the rest of the week. And yeah, man, let's just quickly go down to 15 minutes. I just want to show you guys, should price push back to, because as you guys can see, this was the internal structure, this is the actual low. So this is what I see happening currently on this one. I will really love to see price pushing back to the order block. But then if I was involved in this trade from here, I was most probably gonna take my profit somewhere around here, just to be realistic, somewhere around those areas there. So yeah, man, as you guys can see, for me, this is a clear area to say price change character, because this is the last visible area, so now what I'm looking at, gents, going into this one for the rest of the week, I see this area here is a nice OB currently. So I'll be looking to see how price will get here. Then definitely we'll take this some more to the upside. Obviously stop loss above, below the OB, and then obviously our first take profit will be somewhere around those areas, but then overall profit will be around that OB. So yeah, man, we had a very great week so far. So yeah, man, I will be looking to see how price will push back to this area here. Let's most probably, if we have a very corrective price action going into this area, then definitely we'll take this to the upside. Looking really good, gents, looking really good. So yeah, I hope you guys will be able to catch it as well. Yeah, man, I was also looking at gold. I took gold this week. I'll also put the screenshot for you guys so that you guys can see. Currently out of the trade, took some profits, made some money on gold, which was very good to witness, to be honest. I caught it on early on during the week. I think it was on Monday. We had a discussion about gold on my previous video, I think. So yeah, man, let's just quickly talk about what's been happening on gold, the thinking process and everything. I took most of my profit around these areas here, since it is a very sensitive area. So yeah, man, obviously with this one, gents, let's just quickly go to H4. Just want to explain it in full. So as you guys can see, gold is in a clear downtrend. This is a very, very clear downtrend. So as you guys already know that, if you counter trending, if you're trading against the trend, because the trend is going to the downside. So if you're trading against the trend, you will not be looking for to hold long. Let's say you take your buys here, you will not be holding all the way till here. We know that price will most probably get to this area here, because this is our area of interest, but then we don't want to be holding all the way till there, because anything can happen. You are trading against the trend, so we are only looking to scalp. No, we are only looking to scalp. So as you guys can see, this is a very clean downtrend, and then we still expect gold to push to the downside some more. We still expect gold to push further to the downside, even on bigger time frame. So yeah, let me just quickly talk about my thinking process on the trade that we took early on this week. This was a very good week for us, to be honest. Very, very good week. So let me just take price back maybe till somewhere around here, because this is where we took the trade. Just quickly take price back till there. Then as you guys can see, that we were looking remember, just we're looking for this area here because we have the imbalance up there, and then we also have the order block. So this was the idea behind this trade, that you know what, gold will most probably start pushing to the upside. So as you guys can see, we sort of broke structure here to the downside. This was the last broke of structure, and then price took out this lower highs, took it out here, left the imbalance. We identified our order block, which is this one down here, and price started pushing to the downside. As you guys can see, price was not very impulsive going to this order block. It was very corrective. So that was the reason why I took this buy. So I'll also put the screenshot so that you guys can see that I really took this trade. um the screenshot will pop out on screen somewhere around those areas, I don't know where, but then you will see the screenshot. But then my thinking process on this one was like, you know what, let's just take gold all the way till these areas, or even further to the upside. But then my overall target was this one here, depending on how gold will move. If gold was to be very, very impulsive, then I was gonna manage it accordingly all the way till those areas up there. But then for now, my target was around these areas here, because those are the previous highs. So I was looking for that area, and then it was a very good trade. 1:4 risk to reward ratio. So price went all the way to that to hit my TP. This was a very, very nice trade to witness, you know. So my take profit was somewhere around there. It was smashed. It was really smashed. So yeah, this was a very, very nice trade. I think we discussed gold on my previous video. So yeah, man, this was one of those trades that we took this week. We took gold. I was also looking at is it AUD CAD? I think it was AUD CAD. I was also looking to sell AUD CAD, but then unfortunately AUD CAD did not give me what I wanted to see. Let's just go to let's do H4. I think H4 will be more appropriate for this one. So let's do H4. No, this one is a setup that's still building up. I'm sorry about that. Still building up, so you guys can also take advantage of this one. We had a discussion about it on my previous video, but then we were looking for an order block somewhere around here. We were looking to sell somewhere around those areas there, but then as I saw this developing, I started seeing something different. I started seeing this being a nice falcon pattern. So yeah, we'll be looking to take this on our H4 order block, which is up here. Obviously, we have a first touch here, second touch, we're anticipating the third touch. So we'll be looking to take this on the third touch, and then our third touch will be in confluence with this other block. So this is looking really good. I hope you guys will also be able to take advantage of this one. So yeah, man, this one will most probably play out later on today or even tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you guys will be able to take this one. Obviously, we also have patterns within pattern. I think we have something like this. So yeah, this is looking really good, man. This is looking really good. So we're anticipating the third touch on the pattern inside and the pattern outside. So we have a lot of confluence on this one. So this is most likely to play out. So yeah, man, I hope you guys will take advantage of that as well. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at going into the rest of the week. Yeah, man, I was looking at AUD CAD. But then with AUD CAD, unfortunately, we couldn't get a nice trade, and then price violated our OB. So with this one, I was looking to get a very nice selling opportunities. I'm not sure if it's USD CAD or something else. I'm not really sure, but then yeah, I think it was this one. I think it was this one. Yeah, definitely, this was the trade that I was looking at. So as you guys can see, we had a discussion about this on my previous video. I'm sure about that. So yeah, this was the thinking process on this one. Let me just quickly draw it out. This was the thinking process. Obviously, price push to the downside, change broke structure here, identified our order block, then price went to the order block, very, very corrective. This is what we're looking at when we're taking our trades. So yeah, as you guys can see, we had pattern within, we had this first touch, second touch, we anticipated the last touch, and then obviously we had first touch, pattern within pattern, second touch, we anticipating the third touch. But then unfortunately on smaller time frame, we didn't have the confirmations that we were looking at, and then that's the reason why we didn't take this trade. And then there's the reason why again this trade did not play out, because we did not have the confirmation that we were looking at. And then if we took this trade, let's say from here, we were most probably going to be taken out. We are definitely going to be taken out, because as you guys can see, price completely took off the order block. And then yeah, man, it's part of the game. If we took this one, I wouldn't beat myself up, because they play out a lot. And then this is what we're looking at. So yeah, man, this is one of the trades that we were looking at, that, and then unfortunately we couldn't take advantage of. So yeah, just let's just go quickly on NASDAQ. I just want to show you guys what's been happening on NASDAQ, what we should have done to profit from NASDAQ. From last month, I think we could have had a very, very nice profitable um journey with NASDAQ. But then I just want to show you guys few things so that you guys can be prepared next time, because I think NASDAQ will start buying. Then I think we will have a very nice um what is this setups on NASDAQ as well going forward. So yeah, I just want to show you guys what's been happening, and then how you guys will be able to take advantage of NASDAQ in the future, man. So yeah, let's move quickly to NASDAQ. So yeah, gents, for me with NASDAQ, let's quickly talk about NASDAQ. Obviously, NASDAQ was in a clear downtrend, as you guys can see that. But then we took out this high here. So for me, this is a nice change of character. That's why I'm saying we're looking for buying opportunities on NASDAQ. So this is a very nice change of character, as you guys can see that. So obviously we're having our order block down somewhere around this areas here. Obviously this black candle is our order block. So we just decided to take half of it. I think we took an order block from smaller time frame. So but then as you guys can see, it seems like price is already reacting off the order block. I know there are people who are involved in this trade already. But then yeah, man, let's talk about the selling opportunities that we had on NASDAQ going to this order block. Let's talk about that. So let me just quickly take price back from here, from there. So let me just zoom it in. Let's go to H4. Let's go to H4 so that we can explain this a bit better. So obviously we know that NASDAQ has to come down for this order block, right? We know that. So now we will be looking to see if NASDAQ will take out this low here, or even this one is better. Let's use this one here. Obviously the reason why we're looking for NASDAQ to take this low, it is because NASDAQ was in a very clean uptrend, as you guys can see that series of higher highs and higher lows. This is a very clean downtrend. So we just want to see if price is gonna take out the low, which it did. As you guys can see that price took this out. So obviously it means now NASDAQ will most probably start pushing to the downside. As you guys already know that market moves in phases, we and in trends. We have uptrends, obviously series of higher highs and higher lows, which was happening here, and then this NASDAQ took out the last low. So we see that as change of character. Obviously we'll be looking to see if price is going back to order blocks, and then this is where we're gonna be starting to look for those nice selling opportunities. Obviously break of structure, push back to order blocks, pushes to the downside, break of structure, push back to order block, all the way till this area here. So let's see if we were gonna be able to take advantage of the opportunities that we had on NASDAQ. So yeah, let's just play price. So yeah, as you guys can see, we took out this low again. So for me, this is a very clean low. to say that, you know what, we are in a very clear downtrend. We also took out this low, so let me just mark it out as change of character. This will be a very nice change of character. So obviously, as you guys already can see, that we're looking for those nice order blocks, right? So what order blocks, which order blocks do we have? We have this nice OB up here. It is a very valid order block. Why? Because price completely took off after building up this OB, completely took off. So this is what we like to see. This is what we like to see. And then obviously we also have this OB up here, which price can come back to, but then I don't see price pushing back to that other block. But then yeah, it doesn't have to. We cannot control the market, we just trade what we see. But then should price push back up here, we have to be able to take advantage of price. So yeah, man, let's quickly play price to see if we were gonna take advantage of NASDAQ and then the setups that came out. So as you guys can see, price still pushing to the downside. Let's just increase the speed. So yeah, as you guys can see, price is starting to push back. We're looking for this order block, mind you. So let's go down to H1. Obviously with this one, I like to use smaller time frames. I like to use smaller time frames like your 15 minutes, for as long as our order block is identified. So yeah, man, going down to 15 minutes, this is what I see. This is what I see. Remember, it is very important for us to see how price is going to the order block. So as you guys can see, currently we're having this kind of pattern building up. So as you guys can see, it is very important for us to see how will price get to that OB. Price is going there. Price is going there, almost at the order block, playing around those areas. But then we will be looking to see to take advantage of the market should price push back there. So yeah, man, as you guys can see, price is pushing to the downside. So let's see if we can come up with a more cleaner pattern. What I see is price creating something like this. You know, this is more clean. We can even use it from bigger time frame, maybe your H1. This will be really nice. So yeah, I mean, obviously our entry will be somewhere around those areas there. Should price push back up, then obviously our stop loss will be just a little bit above the OB. Then our first target will be here, which is 13%. Really good, man. But we know that price can go even further to the downside. So let's just play price. So as you guys can see, price completely went up. So we could have had this nice entry here. So this, it is very important for us to go back to see what's been happening, so that we can learn, you know, so that we can learn that next time we will not be missing such trades. We will not be missing such trades. So yeah, man, I could have caught this one, but then unfortunately I was not focusing a lot on indices. I was not focusing a lot on NASDAQ. I was really focusing a lot on pairs. But then, as you guys can already know, that NASDAQ do provide very good setups. So yeah, man, you can literally go back to trading NASDAQ. I used to trade NASDAQ a lot. So yeah, man, I think it's time for me to go back and trade NASDAQ a lot, as much as I did. So yeah, man, as you guys can see, this is what we're looking at most of the time. As you guys already know, that we're looking for order blocks, and then we're looking for patterns in those order blocks, you know, going into those order blocks. So as you guys already know, it is important for us, for our strategy, because we're using both strategies, which is a smart money concept, and then as well as um patterns. So as you guys already know, that we're looking for those order blocks, and we want to see how price is going to those order blocks. We're looking for those what can we say, we're looking for those patterns going into those order blocks. So this was one of the trades that we take a lot within our strategy, because we had that we marked our order block and then price went to the order block, very corrective, giving us a nice pattern with 3 clear touches: first touch, second touch, and then we had a third touch. So this was going to be a very nice entry for us to push with price to the downside. So yeah, this one trade that we could have capitalized on. So yeah, let's just play price. So as you guys can see, price completely took off. Completely took off. Imagine if we stayed in this trade. If we took this trade and stayed, yo man, we could have made massive profits. 1:22. Let's say we went out somewhere around these areas, 1:27. So this was gonna be a very good trade, but then unfortunately I was not involved. Yeah man, it's part of the game. Sometimes you won't be able to take all the trades that you want to take, but then yeah man, so this is just preparation for next time, that we do not miss such trades again. So as you guys can see, we broke structure again here. Obviously our order block will be up here. We're not sure if price is gonna come up here, but then if it does, obviously we're gonna be looking for those patterns and take this to the downside. So yeah man, let's just play price. So as you guys can see, price went to the downside, broke structure here. So I don't really see price coming back there. We have another break of structure here. Right, we have another break of structure. Obviously our order block will be up here. You just want to see the what trades we should have took on NASDAQ, man. You could have had a very nice uh trades on NASDAQ, to be honest. Let's just quickly see, because we also broke a structure here. So let's see if price is gonna come back to the order block, and then we can just literally take this to the downside. We're having this nice OB up here. So should price push back here, then I'm gonna take it to the downside. So yeah man, let's just play price. Let's play price. Obviously it's gonna move too fast, so we just need to make sure if price pushes back there, we are able to capitalize. So as you guys can see, price is pushing back. Price is pushing back to that area of interest. So yeah man, let's go to smaller time frame. What is this? Let's go to 15 minutes to see if we're gonna catch nice trades or not. Remember gents, it is very important for us to see how price is going back to those other blocks. If we don't have a very nice what you call a very nice pattern, I wouldn't advise you guys to enter. But then yeah man, either way, it's up to you. If you want to enter using smart money alone, it's up to you. But then I prefer entering using smart money, using Falcon patterns, because I use both strategies. So as you guys can see, price is very corrective, creating liquidity upside and both side. As you guys can see, this is liquidity. Remember, we like to see liquidity building up before the OB. Then that way we know that most probably price is gonna play out. Can I say this is a nice pattern? But then yeah man, let's see. So as you guys can see, price went to that other block. Then we can just quickly try to see if you're gonna get a nice pattern. Let's go back to H1 to see if this other block is correct or not. But then yeah man, I would like to see, because this pattern, I don't this what is this other block that is not in correlation with this pattern that is playing out here. So obviously we know that we can literally look for another order block, which is this one up here. So that's the reason why we use patterns, gents, to be sure which order block will play out. Do you guys understand that? Because we should have took this order block, took trades of this order block, but then unfortunately, because of the pattern, the order block was not to be to play out. then we could have been in a losing trade. So as you guys can see, this was liquidity, it was taken out. This is what we like to see. So obviously we have this pattern going on here. Let me just draw the trend line down here so that this can be super clean for you, gents. So now as you guys can see, we have this first touch, second touch, we're anticipating the third touch, and then the mitigation of this order block, and then definitely taking this to the downside. So this is what I'm trying to teach you guys. This is what I'm trying to teach you guys. I hope you guys are taking a lot of value. Obviously we had this order block here, but then look at how price is going to this order block. We don't have any kind of a pattern to confirm our order block, right? So obviously this order block is invalid. We can use it as liquidity, and then obviously we don't see this order block valid because of this pattern building up here. But then if you didn't know anything about patterns, you were gonna take this to the downside from the order block, so obviously you were gonna be taken out. So this is what I'm trying to teach you guys. So obviously price build, it was building up this liquidity up here, eventually got taken out, which is good to see. So obviously it means we're looking for the third touch, and then we're looking for our entry somewhere around those areas, and then stop loss just above the OB, then obviously push this to the downside, right? So let's just play price to see if we right. So as you guys can see, price completely went up, gave us the third touch, mitigated the order block. So yeah, man, let's see if this is gonna drop or not. Obviously, as you guys already know, that sometimes they will not play out every time. Sometimes we will take those losses. That's why we practice proper risk management. So yeah, man, this was just gonna be a very nice trade if we took this one. Obviously our entry was gonna be exactly at that touch, which is somewhere around there. So as you guys can see, this was gonna be a very sniper entry. Obviously stop loss above. Look at the risk to reward if we were to take our profit somewhere around here. This is a very crazy risk to reward, 17%. Ooh, very, very good to see. Let me just mark out this liquidity so that you guys can see, so that this can be super clean. So this was our liquidity. This was our order block. We chose this order block. We could have chose this order block or this one, but then we wanted to see how price is going to push to that order block. So as you guys can see, we had this nice pattern. This is what we like to see, and then price went to that order block, started pushing all the way to the downside, looking really good. Obviously our overall target should be down here, but then obviously we can take partials depending on what's happening. So yeah, man, let's just play price. Let's play price to see if our take profit was gonna be smashed. But obviously we could have took some partials already. But then yeah, man, I like to wait for my profits to get hit. It's a very, very good feeling. But then yeah, man, you should manage your trades accordingly. Obviously after this move, you could have took some partials, and then maybe at break even or even somewhere around here, just to protect your profits, because you cannot be in these good profits and give it away again, so yeah, man, as part of the game. As you guys can see, price eventually went all the way to smash our TP. So this was a very good trade if we took this one. I know there are people who were able to take this one, so yeah, they made quite a lot of money. As you guys already know, that NASDAQ is quite volatile. So yeah, man, obviously we're still in a downtrend until this area here. So obviously we're looking for those nice opportunities to the downside still. But then as you guys can see, prices is been pushing to the downside a lot, building up the liquidity. You can say this is our liquidity area here. I wouldn't be surprised to see price taking this out, right? I wouldn't be surprised price taking this out, maybe coming for an order block somewhere around here, right? Somewhere around here, and start dropping, because already we can see that we broke structure here. Already we can see that we broke structure here. I wouldn't say we're having a nice order block. Price can literally come here for this order block because we have this imbalance there. Price can literally come for this OB and start pushing to the downside. But then I'm worried that price is building up liquidity around those areas there. So should we take this trade? There are very high probabilities that price is gonna stop us out because of this liquidity that's been built up here. But then yeah, man, we can still see price pushing up here and then start pushing to the downside from there. We do not control the market. We just trade what we have at our disposal. So yeah, man, let's just play price to see if we're gonna have re-entries or if we're gonna be stopped out or whatever that will happen, we'll be happy with it. But then we just need to do our analysis proper. We just have to be very aware with what is happening in the market, because sometimes you will lose focus, and then that's when you will make a lot of mistakes. So yeah, man, it is very important to be aware of what's happening in the market, to look at those liquidities, to look at why you taking the trade. Is it worth it to take a trade from there? You know, those are the things that you should most probably, you should definitely, not most probably, you should definitely look at. So yeah, man, let's just quickly talk about what's happening here. Should we take this trade? As you guys can see, we're having this OB up there. But then yeah, for me, I wouldn't take this trade. I wouldn't take this trade simply because we extended out of the pattern, and then I'm not sure if we're having a confirmation, like a reversal pattern on smaller time frame. If we do, then definitely gonna take this to the downside. But then as you guys can see, we have this liquidity building up here, so eventually this liquidity will be taken out. So we don't know when. Let's just mark it out as liquidity. Price can take it out now, can go down to the push to the downside because of this order block, and then because of this pattern, push completely to the downside, you know. And then yeah, and let's see if there's confirmation for us to enter this trade, then definitely we're going in. But then unfortunately, as you guys can see, we this one is not in line with the order block. Remember, NASDAQ is very volatile, so we cannot just say, you know what, we're taking a trade from here, then our stop loss will be up there. It doesn't really make sense for us to do that. If we had a pattern, let me just throw it out what I'm talking about, gents. I hope you guys will understand what I'm trying to say. Obviously, let's say price is pushing to the downside, pushed back up, push to the downside, right? So now here, let's say price left us a nice OB, right? And then we just want to see how price will push back to that other block. Let's say price giving us something like this, price pushes back to the downside. Obviously, we have this first touch, second touch, right? We're anticipating the third touch, right? And then obviously we have the first touch, second touch, doesn't matter. So now let's say price give us the third touch here. Our third touch should be here, but then our order block is not yet being mitigated. So we want to see price extending out of this, giving us a small pattern, something like this, going into that order block. This is how we're gonna take this one, right? Should price give the first touch, second touch, and then third touch is not in correlation with the order block. So the order block is just a little bit above the third touch area, which is down here. So we just want to see price extending out of the pattern, going into that order block, very, very corrective, giving us a small reversal pattern on smaller time frame, 15 minutes or even 5 minutes. We want to see that. So should price do that, give us that, then definitely gonna take price to the downside. You guys, I hope you guys understand that. We want to see this. If we don't see this, then we will not be taking this trade. We will definitely not be taking this trade. So this is what's happening currently. So that's why we're not taking the trade, unless if price pushes up, mitigates the order block, pushes back, give us a pattern maybe somewhere around those areas, and then we will take this to the downside using that method. But then we will not just enter because price extended out. We don't know how far will price extend, you know, because this is NASDAQ, is very volatile. Price can come all the way till half of the OB and start pushing. We cannot say we will enter of that. Price can literally push a bit higher to the end of the order block and start pushing, you know. So if we enter here, let's say we enter here, look at the gap. It's a very big gap. Our stop loss will be really wide, so we don't want to be doing that with NASDAQ. Yeah, with other with pairs you can do that, depending on your depending on what you are, on how you are trading, depending on your style of trading and all that. So yeah, man, I wouldn't really take this trade just because of that. But then other than that, it's a very good setup, looking really good. So yeah, other than that, it's looking really good. Let's just play price. So as you guys can see, price engaged to the downside, really, really, really good. Obviously, if you took this one, you could be at break even, or you could have took some partials depending on how you trade. So yeah, man, this was gonna be a very nice trade as well. But then as you guys can see, what I was talking about, you know, this is exactly what I was talking about. Price completely went back up. You can see something like this: first touch, second touch, third touch. Yeah, when we can literally take this to the downside if we are confident with this trade. But then still, I'm not so confident with this trade. We mitigated the order block once, twice, third time. So if we took a trade here, you know, so this was gonna be very hard for us to take a trade from. So yeah, man, let's just see if this one plays out. But then I was not gonna take this one again as well, because of we had this liquidity. Just been taken out, so we don't know if price is going to push all the way till this OB, which price can do. Price can literally push all the way till this order block here and start pushing from there to the downside. Obviously, we're looking for this OB down there. So yeah, man, let's just play price to see what ended up happening. Price started engaging. Obviously, we were gonna be taken out. You see this, so that's the reason why I don't want to be involved in such trades. So price is pushing to the upside, mitigated the order block, but then we don't have any clean pattern. So yeah, I wouldn't be involved in that trade as well. I wouldn't be involved. So yeah, for us, gents, it's very, very important to see patterns, because most of the time, if price pushes to the order block like this, it doesn't play out most of the time. According to my experience, I don't know about you guys, but then according to my experience, it doesn't play out. So let's just play price to see. So as you guys can see, if you took it here, definitely we were gonna be smashed out. So patterns are very important. Just patterns are very, very important to confirm trades and also to add confluence, you know. So this was taken out as well. So literally, price might be coming for this one up here, or we might be having smaller order blocks around those areas there. So as you guys can see, price, it's very, very important, gents. It's very, very important to see patterns, gents. Very, very important. So let's just play price to see. Our other block is a bit far. So let's just play price. Let's increase the volume, the speed. See, our patterns really, really far. So as you guys can see, price completely short to the downside. What happened? What did price give us? Gave us a very nice pattern up here. Very, very clean reversal pattern. So as you guys, as I'm telling you, gents, it's very, very important to know your patterns. It's very important to know your patterns, because they are very important in the market. They prepare you to sort of take trades or not, you know. But then unfortunately in this case, we didn't really have a nice order block. We didn't really have a nice order block, so I was not gonna take this one as well. But then yeah, man, I just want to show you, I just wanted to show you that patterns really, really, really influence the market. Really, um very important part of the market. So yeah, man, let's just play price. Just play price. Let's see if price is gonna take out this low here, break structure here. So as you guys can see, price just took out this low here. This is a nice break of structure. So we're looking for what? We're looking for other blocks and patterns. If we get that, definitely going to take this to the downside. So this is how we do it, gents. Simple and straightforward. This is how we do it. Simple and straightforward. Right. So we broke this structure here, as you guys already saw that. So let's see. Let's see if price is gonna give us patterns or whatsoever. Should we get that, then obviously we're looking for those selling opportunities. So as you guys can see, we're looking for this area to start looking for buying opportunities. It's looking good, it's looking good. So yeah, let's talk about what's happening currently. Let's talk about what's happening currently. What other blocks do we have? We have this OP up here. Very clean order block that we have, which is up here. So with this order block, what are we having? We're having liquidity building up here. So this order block has a high probability, high possibility of playing out because we have liquidity lying here. Eventually, price will have to take it out. And then what do we have here? I see price building up some sort of a pattern here. Right, some sort of a pattern. So let's see if should price go back there, then I will definitely take this to the downside, gents. Definitely. I was looking at this yesterday. I could have had a nice selling opportunities, but unfortunately, I was not involved. I was not involved. So yeah, man. It happens a lot that I miss a lot of trades these days. You miss a lot of trades. So as you guys can see, this is liquidity as well building up. This is liquidity building up. So the reason again for this trade, for those who were able to take it, it was because of price had to come back, take out this liquidity. So it was a very good one as well. So I mean, let's see if price went back to went to the upside. Let's see if price went to the upside. Let's just do this just in case price push to the upside. Obviously stop loss will be just a little bit above, not too far, just a little bit above. This is NASDAQ, very volatile. Remember that this is very volatile. So obviously our overall target will be here. So let's see if price goes back to the upside. So see that clean, gents. Clean. This is how you should be trading, gents. This is how you should be trading. The power of smart money and patterns. The power of smart money and patterns. Look at that. First touch, second touch. We anticipated what? The last touch, which is this one. Here, we had what? We had our order block, which is up here. Super clean order block. Price went back to give us the third touch, mitigate the order block, and completely short off. So imagine if you took this one. Imagine if you took this one. Look at the risk to reward. 1:22. Massive risk to reward. Obviously, your take profit will be here or here, even here. It's a very still a very good area to take profits. But then I will stick with this one here. Stick with this one here. So yeah, man. I mean, what else are you looking for, Jess? What else are you looking for? So yeah, man. I think I did what I wanted to do. I showed you guys what I wanted to show you. I hope you guys will implement this into your trading. I hope you guys will be able to implement this into your trading, and then we'll take advantage of the information that I provide. So yeah, man. with all that being said, this is the end of our video, gents. I hope you guys took a lot of value out of this one. Obviously, from now we're looking for those nice buying opportunities. Let me just remove everything to show you guys what I'm looking at quickly before we close up this video. Sorry. Let's remove everything. I'm looking for buying opportunities because we prices moving to the downside. As you guys can see that we change character here, right? Change character here. Obviously this will our nice order block that we have will be down here on smaller time frame. I think I got it on yeah, got it on H4, which is this one here, right? So now this is a nice order block that I have, and then I have something like this, as a pattern. So, but then with this one, I still need to see confirmation, to be honest. I still need to see confirmation. If I see that, then definitely buying this to the upside. Just looking good. This is what's happening currently. So yeah, just as you guys can see, we're having our first touch here, second touch. This is our third touch. And then where is our third touch? We're having this order block here. So now I'll be looking to see if price on smaller time frame give us a nice change of character. Then I'll be looking for those nice OBs and definitely taking this all the way to the upside, gents. So I'll be looking for this high to be taken out. I know it's gonna take some time, but then I want to be safe. Take this out, maybe leave us another block there. Doesn't matter where price will leave us another block. Look at how price is going back, and then if we have that, take it to the upside. Just don't hesitate. So yeah, gents, if you took value out of this video, if this video was helpful, hit that like button. If you are new to this channel, subscribe. As you guys already know that we provide amazing content, we provide the best content. So yeah, man, I hope you guys will take a lot of value out of this one. You took a lot of value, took a lot of notes. So yeah, man, I also do provide mentorship program. I'll leave my number in the description, my WhatsApp number. I will also leave my Telegram number so that for those who do not have WhatsApp can hit me up on Telegram. Actually, I use the same number for my WhatsApp and my Telegram. So yeah, feel free to hit me up on any of those, and then I will let you know. I will give you more about my mentorship, and then yeah, man, I hope you guys will have taken value out of this one. And then yeah, man, I'll be doing the Sunday or the weekly market breakdown maybe on Sunday or Saturday. You just, for those who are subscribed in this channel, you will be notified. Ring that notification bell if you like what we do in this channel. So yeah, man, see you in the next video. Always just